Uh, we're just a second day into Pride Month, and the gamer has released something that yeah, it's not. Well, we'll see. Well, this is from the gamer. This year, Overwatch celebrating Pride is more important than ever. I don't think it is. And let me tell you why. Okay, let me tell you why. Because a lot of companies don't really care about Pride Month anymore. I think Pride Month and support for the gays, or if people are part of the LGBTQIA2 plus community, I don't think anyone really supports that as much. Now, the fact that we do have a lot of the USAID stuff has been cut. I know a lot of that is actually money laundering that goes into a lot of these corpos that they get rich from. And I think the fact that these developers and these companies think that the LGBTQIA plus actually buy their games, buy their products, and support their stuff financially, I don't think they do at all. These companies don't know. And also, yes, Trump did put out a thing that like, hey, you know, don't support the gay shit. I'm not sure exactly what he said, but gay shit and gay stuff not having a good time. Now, the reason why I brought this up, I'm not going to read through the entire article because it's pretty gay, but I had no idea Soldier 76 was a gay boy. I had no idea. This is wild. When Overwatch first launched in 2016, the idea of Blizzard putting on a dedicated event for Pride felt like a pipe dream. In its first year, it's introduced seasonal events like Summer Games, Halloween Terror, and adorable Christmas celebration with new modes, themed skin, and similar cosmetics to match. It felt like was breaking new ground with each one. Before the days when live service shooters ruled the world, this felt like the most innovative online game out there. But Pride seemed too great for a leap for gaming to take. Now, here's the thing. Once video games and video game companies pop off with one of their IPs, a good example, Blizzard popping off with Overwatch, with Jeff Kaplan there, a lot of people really, really like how the character designs look. They love how the game played. So they're like, hey, I'm a gay boy. Hey, I identify as, you know, a bat or as a dragon. I think that I will be a shoe-in, a perfect fit at Blizzard. And when they went in, they changed everything up. And that's where you have a lot of characters are canonically gay now, like Soldier 76. I'm not sure how long Soldier 76 has been gay for, but Soldier 76 was, I guess you would say, if I don't know, or I don't know what I'm going to play or who I'm going to play, I usually just result to Soldier 76 because the auto aimbot alt. But if you guys don't know, it's over for the gays. It is over for the gays. If you look at it, a lot of companies, I'm going to move my face a little bit, are not supporting Gay Month, Pride Month as much as anymore, right? Right? Disney, Disney Plus, Walt Disney Studios, Walt Disney World, all of them do not have a Pride colored version of their logo, which is a huge win for straight boys and straight girls. But yes, this is huge. These are like the big companies. The fact that Overwatch doesn't have it, but I do want to bring this up though because I think this is important. Let's go ahead and bring this up just in case I get any gay stuff. I do have a lot of stuff that I responded to that potentially could be it's a no buenas here, but this right over here. This is from Blizzard Entertainment, and I'm gonna move my face. This is from Blizzard Entertainment, and if you actually zoom in, their icon is not a pride colored icon, but they did put out a post on June 2nd, earlier today. Celebrate Pride with Blizzard's 2025 Pride Collection. Our LGBT plus employee network created this year's Pride Collection, featuring all new logo designs for each of our games on tees, long sleeves, and hoodies. Now, what color do we see here? What color is this? This is not the Pride color. This is not the rainbow flag color. If you guys don't know what this is the trans color. This is the trans flag color. Right? So let's go ahead and check it out. Maybe there's different colors in here. Maybe different colors. So go ahead and check out the shirts. Are there different colors? No, this is all trans color. Why is that? I think we do know what is happening here. I think that people at Blizzard, there's a lot of trans people there. And unfortunately, the trans people are basically trying to take over the Pride movement entirely. And I think some of the trans people probably agree with this, which is sort of cringe and weird, right? If you scroll down, Asmongoat responded with, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Pride about celebrating LGBTQIA2S+ and not just being trans? And if so, why is all the merch with the trans flag colors, but none have the rainbow that represents all forms of pride? Why is only trans being represented? And that is 100% true. Why is that? Right? I said it's over for Blizzard, but I think some people think that the trans people are actually better at being gay and prideful than the actual gay and pride people, the gay people. But this is absolutely sad to see. And of course, you can see they got heavily racial. 1.4 thousand, right? 1.4K comments and only 426. And then of course, Asmongoat completely racials this. But I think this is done on purpose. This is done on purpose is because the radical trans people are the ones who are pushing this narrative. And if you guys didn't know, I believe last week there was a person that was detransitioning. And coming out, I believe that person that was detransitioning was actually physically assaulted by people. I'm not sure if actually part of the LGBTQ community, but that person was literally assaulted because they were detransitioning. This is wild, man. And I think that most of the problems, and I say most, I'm talking about the radical problems that happens within the LGBTQ community, stems from the T's. Right? I don't have an issue with the L's, the G's, the B's, or even the Q's. The people that usually are causing a lot of problems are the T's, and the people who support and are loud about the T's. Like I have some, well, I don't have any more trans friends because they don't consider me a friend anymore, but it doesn't really matter anyways. But I had some people that I knew back in the day that were a part of the T's. They weren't really the problem. It was the people who were defending them were the problem. And yes, this is absolutely a cult, 100%. Feel just like the D's? Well, it is Pride Month. I like the double D's. The big double D's. But yeah, I think that the fact that you have this trans colored, this is their pride, you're not representing the entire movement. You're only representing one part of the movement, and it's the most problematic part of the movement. I never had an issue with any of the of people that I know who are lesbians. You know, remember back in the day when they said I'm a lesbian, every guy said that's hot. Do you know why? Because lesbians were hot back in the day, right? They're not so much, hot now. But when it comes to this, I never have anything crazy that happened with the people that I knew who are gay. I don't have a problem with anyone I knew that are bisexual. It's the transgender people that I knew were the ones who didn't like me, and the people who defended the transgender people. It's like, oh, just because I voted for Trump, I want him to die. I'm like, what? That's crazy, man. That's why you guys are wild, bro. And of course, you know, you have people like what's it called again? J.K. Rowling, who is a hardcore feminist, crazy feminist. And just because she believes that biological women cannot be men and biological men cannot be women, and they should not be in the safe spaces for men or women, she's getting canceled, right? She's considered a TERF, right? Trans exclusionary radical feminist, right? And that's the only thing probably I agree with J.K. Rowling about. But like I said, I think I think being trans is fine. If you want to be you want to be a gay boy, a gay girl, or whatever, you want to be a transgender or whatever, like do whatever you want. More power to you. Do it when you're 18 or above. Like that's probably going to be better for you. If you're older than 25, probably the best, where your brain is actually like fully developed. Don't push the shit onto little kids. Now the thing is, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, and a lot of the Blizzard games are pushed towards people who are in their early teens. So the fact that you're pushing these colors is a big issue here. But contradictory to that, you are actually basically not showing pride to any of the other people that are part of the LGBT community. Only showing favor to the T's and excluding the other ones. That's pretty bad. That's pretty cringe. Especially, well, here's the thing. Blizzard has been cringe for some time now, so it doesn't really matter. But it is really bad though. But nobody supports LGBTQ. The movement has died is because it makes them no money. It makes them no money, which I love to see it, man. America and the world is slowly healing. The trans crazy people, it is a 90-10 issue. And to be honest, it's actually more of a 1% issue. And nobody really cares. As long as you leave kids alone, you leave people alone, you don't attack anyone, you don't break the law, you want to live your own life. And most trans people want to live their own life, right? They don't want to get like freaking lambasted and berated by people online. But only these crazy people and these extreme radical trans ideology nut jobs are the ones who actually makes everyone's lives worse, especially people that are just wants to live their own lives, day-to-day lives, that are actually part of the LGBT community.